Generic greetings and welcome to Kingdom's Deck. Today's beverage is a very potent pink grapefruit juice. So welcome to Kingdom's Deck. This is a bit of a mixture of genres. You've got a sort of card-based city building element, but also a bit of tower defense and RTS mixed in there as well. Either way, I'm just going to jump in and show you a bit of the game. I've not played a huge amount of it, maybe 30 to 40 minutes, but enough to sort of get the game down, I think. Anyway, we've got the different levels of shown on the top here, and well, I've basically played the first two. Let's just go to the second one, technically, after the tutorial, and we're going to go with standard difficulty and click play. And we have resources shown on the top left, so we've got things like population, we've got food, we've got gold, we've got wood, and we've got stone, and that's used to build things and get some different hirings and such. We also have at the bottom here the options for the cards that we're going to pick, and you basically have essentially three options. You've got the left card, the right card, or you scrap them both and gain some gold. You've also got some villages on the right, and what's an interesting concept, and one I didn't at first like, but I sort of understand a bit more, is that there's actually a time limit. So you can see current day, and it's going down because basically you build and repair in the day and then fight at night, and I wasn't really too sure of the time concept. I didn't think it sort of really warranted it for the building stage, but it makes more sense when later on in the game especially you have to prioritize building and repair. Anyway, I'm just going to go over to farm here, and I'm just going to place a farm, say there, and then this person is going to run over and start to build that. I now have a choice for a villager or a swordsman. I'm going to go with a swordsman, and then we've got a house or a food gift. I'm going to go with a house, and the house is going to go maybe, I don't know, there. And I'm also going to grab this villager and put them, start to work on the farm, and obviously they'll generate food throughout the day. Let's also place another farm, so we're going to place that one there, and another house. The house, by the way, increases the overall maximum population. I think each house, it adds it, I think it's extra 5, yes, extra 5. And villager or swordsman, I'm going to go swordsman, and I'm going to go with another farm here, so we'll place that there. We've also got a timber post, which I'm going to put over there. You don't have to put the timber post near timber, it's just, you know, how I'm doing it. We've got gold gift or stone gift. I'm going to go with gold maybe, and then the last card, it's either food or stone. I'm going to go with the stone and then put the last villager to work there. And oh, actually, should I have put them on there? Maybe no, maybe not. No. So what I'm going to do, well, we've still got time remaining. You can click finish day actually, and it'll zip through all of that, so it will simulate the rest of the day for all of the resource gathering, or like I say, if you've got repairs on the way, then you have to account for all of that, and then basically you've now got unlimited time. So it goes to the sort of sunset here, and we can see where the opponent's going to spawn. So we've got one on the left, or 16 coming on the very left here, and then I guess we'll call that west, and then down the south at the bottom here we've got 24. Now I don't know what sequence that will take. I'm just going to grab all of these guys, so I'll just go clicky, clicky, draggy, draggy, and I'm going to go control 1 to set up a battle group so we can switch between the two. It doesn't really matter at this stage, but yeah, you've got obviously like things like archers and stuff like that. I think they're actually crossbowmen. You can also double click on the units and it'll select all the units of that type. It's typical sort of RTS stuff, really. Okay, so we've got some people, shadows, I guess. Broken shadow, dark being, dragged an old shield and a worn sword, and they are attacking from the west there. I'm going to use this strike thing here, so you've got basically a spell like a lightning strike, and I'm going to split up the army. Actually, there's no point really because everything is pretty much dead, and strike there, and I actually missed, which is a bit of a shame. It shows you the enemies remaining at the top there, so 28 enemies remaining, and also should point out that you do have the sort of main castle keep here, which has a sort of tower full of archers as well, so you don't have to worry about things like that being a bit of an issue. So if there's one or two that get past your defenses, you'll easily be able to sort of take them out with that thing there. Although obviously the shadows here, the enemies will actively go for all the buildings, whatever's closest. I don't know what happens actually if they destroy I don't know what happens if they actually destroy a building with someone in it. I assume you lose that villager, but the fun will be in finding out. Luckily, and I think it is more luck than judgment, I haven't got to that stage. Okay, so next day, and I've only got 10 remaining food, but I have been given an Altar of the Fallen. When a soldier falls in battle, their spirit may be drawn here. More altars improve the chance of resurrection. So I'm going to place the altar probably, I don't want to place it too far forward. I'm going to place it there. We do have another farm, so I'm going to place the farm in here. We're going to go with food gift because we are running low on food. We're going to go with probably a villager maybe. Yeah, we'll go for the villager. Gold vein, I'm going to place one of those. I'm going to place it again right back there. I don't know why, it just is what it is. Another house, which is going to go in here. Another farm, which I'm going to place there. The reason I'm leaving a bit of a gap in the middle is because basically, actually I should probably put someone working there. You can get, I think it's like is it like a mill that improves things. It might improve things just in general, but also might be around it. I'm not entirely sure. Anyway, I'm going to let the guys crack on. I'm going to put someone on to gathering some of the gold, and I'm probably going to put them on stone, because then at least we've got, like I say, nice sort of distribution of workers here. Although I'm keenly aware. It says total remaining production this day 8.8. It would be nice if it told me like the net positive or negative. That would be a handy metric to be able to quickly access. But anyway, I'm going to go with, because we've got 140 stone, I don't think I need to bother with any of the other stuff. Let me just grab, oh, I can't, once you run it through the end of the day, you can't do anything like select guys or anything. Don't know why, but I was going to sort of gather them up and set them on like a battle group order, so we'll do that. Control 1, and we've got 32 units coming from the south, and then from the east we've got 47. Let's go with start battle and see what sort of enemies we get. It's these shadows again, so yeah, that's fine. What I'm going to do is sort of split this up a little bit. Put more on the right, which I probably shouldn't have done because obviously destroyed a couple of those, but we're taking these out. We've got one that's been sort of missed, and it's now hitting the altar. Not really too concerned because I can just use a strike on that one. And let's go ahead and see about maybe grouping back up here. We're going to go with a strike, trying to get as many as we possibly can. You can go over there. I'm going to have to pull these guys back, I think, because there's not much going on over there anyway, so not really need them in that corner. It looks like we have defeated all opponents, all but the new wave that's coming now. So let's see. You can see obviously there's health above our units, so they can die, and the altar is obviously very, very handy for taking care of business and resurrecting them. Although it is currently getting smashed up, so you know that's a big bad thing. And oh, we got new units. These are shadow archers here. They are, even though they're archers, strangely, they're actually a little tougher than their sort of melee counterparts. But anyway, let's just take them out here, and we've got some more spawning on the right, and you can see now the altar is charging up because we have had a fatality, and then we do get another swords person that we can charge over. I think this is the last wave. Yeah, it's there. There were 10 left, and it should be all fine. So let me just go and strike that one there. Let's get these guys back into the fight, and we're going to lose probably another one of those guys. Yeah, that's now done. And then strike that guy, and then it's back to the day. Okay, so it does say remaining food quite low. So again, another farm, I think. There's a wall resource. I'm going to pick that up, and I'm going to say build a wall on the left. We've got wood or gold gift. I'm going to go with gold. Then says timber or stone gift. I'm going to go with timber post because we are going through that. We got food gift, or we got a crossbowman. I think starting to get some ranged forces would be useful. So there's 2 crossbowmen, and we've got a stone pit or stone gift. I'm going to go with the gift actually, and I'm actually going to put that person on stone. House, do we need another house? I don't think so, looking at how things are going so far. There's a wood gift, and then we've got another altar, which I think would be quite useful, so I'm going to place it right there. And then another farm, which is there, and then we've also got this is an uncertain trade. A wandering merchant arrives in the city gates, offering to trade woodstone and gold for provisions. His caravans seem well stocked, and deal could secure you for your people. How much are you willing to trade? Let's say trade a large amount, and you gain food. So there we go. That's the food all done. We're going to say this guy can start chopping down wood because we are a bit low on that resource. You can see obviously now that we've got like repairing on the way. Also got some buildings, so they've put in this wall. They've got all the other stuff. So you know, the more you play throughout each level, the sort of more, I guess, time management you have to employ. Anyway, I'm just going to see, is anything around here? No, you can zoom right out. That's actually fairly handy. I think I might, no, zoom back in just a little bit. And back to the end of the day here, I'm going to select all of our melee units, so control 1, and then select the other guys, the range in control 2. And they're coming from a couple of directions here. You got the west and the south. I'm just going to start the fight, and oh, so we got some big units down the bottom here. This is a shadow golem, or golem. It's born of the abyss with thick rocky armor and fists that shatter the ground. Its durability is high and make it a deadly foe. Okay, yes. Enemies remaining 3. I'm going to assume, perhaps wrongly, that they're all going to come from, yeah, that direction there. So, again, the game is introducing us to new elements as we play through. So we've got new units ourselves, and there's obviously opponents to discover as well. Looks like we've had a bit of a respawn there. What is good is that your groupings, so for example the melee, I'm pressing 1 and 2 and you can see the selections switching between the two. Even if things die, they're still in the group when they come back, which is very, very handy. Anyway, I'm going to go with food, and that's a spell fragment. If you get 3 fragments you gain the spell, and that's a wall fragment, which we've got. I'm going to go with do I want another farm? I think I do want another farm, which is going to go there. And I think we are going to look at another house, and there's a wall resource, which I'm going to put in there. If you build the wall fully, you are then allowed to, I believe anyway, upgrade the wall. There is a villager, and where am I going to put this guy? I'm going to put the one there. I'm going to go with another villager, and there's a gold mine. Can't get them though. Can get a swordsman, and another altar, or another villager. Truth be told, I'm not really bothered about either. I'm going to go with the altar, why not? And we'll just put it back there. And there's a tower, so that's good. The tower's going to go right on the periphery. And a timber yard, I was going to call it, but that timber there is going to go here, because we are burning through wood. So, yeah, it's important to secure that. Let me go ahead and say Control 1 to get our battle group on the go then. And we've got one more villager that I can assign somewhere. I'm going to put it on probably wood, because obviously we are using a lot of wood. So that's why I'm not finishing the day. By the way, you don't have to staff the tower. It's automatically staffed, which is good. So, you know, you don't have to put a villager in it or anything. I know later on you can also get like training posts and such, where you can just basically take villagers and put them directly onto the, say, the swords person training post, and you get a swordsman. So yeah, that's handy too. That's a lot of altar. That's a big collection of altar there. So hopefully we'll get respawn. I thought it was auto magic, and you always get them, but according to this, it says it's you know, the soul may return here. Yeah, it just feels like they always return, but the more you have, if you have multiple deaths, then, you know, they spawn a bit quicker. Anyway, we will go with these guys here. We've got 18, 22, and some amount over on the other side, so that's quite a lot. I'm going to send these guys a couple of directions, so I'm going to send basically a few off to the right, and we'll use our striking over there. Looks like these guys are coming in and are hitting our ranged ones, but no big matter. And, oh yeah, looks like they're coming down the bottom there. I'm going to split the swords guys off to deal with all of those. In fact, that's pretty much all I need to do here. Let me just do a bit of a strike. That tower is going down, isn't it? There's no way that tower is going to survive. We've got 11 enemies left, so that's handy. Let me just go with a hit on there. See the strike, it doesn't even kill the range guys, which surprises me. So you'd think the range guys would be a little bit sort of weaker, but nope. And let's just take on the rest of them here. One more remaining, just the golem, and there we go. That is now it, job done. So it is end of the day, and well, end of the night, should we say. Let's go with a villager for our next pick. We've got a house, which I don't really need, but I would like to pick up the wood gift, stone pit or food gift. I'm going to go with food. So there's that sword arena that I mentioned. I'm going to go with, however, a heavy blade champion. A knight with high health and strong attack, but slow. Revives instantly at a castle gate. So we do have this guy. I'm going to go, what's this? Swift hammer. Boost builder speed, accelerate construction across the kingdom. Now I'm going to go with tower. And I'm going to place the tower so it can get in range of the other one. Let's go with a spell fragment, because we are trying to get hold of that spell. And there's a wall resource, which I would like, so I'm going to place a wall resource there. I'm going to go with a farm, like so. Are all these farms staffed? I don't think... Oh no, they are all staffed. Just that one in there doesn't look like it. Anyway, let's go with Control 1 for that. And I've got a lumberjack hut or a villager. I'm actually going to go with neither and say sell a pair of cards for 10 gold. And let's go with a farm, which is going to go there. Gold vein or a swordsman. Gold vein, I think. Put it right back there. And that is actually it. So 1, 2, and then 3. And then sadly, I'm actually going to have a villager left over, and I don't know if you keep them until the next day. I don't think you do, because when we try to finish day, it does basically shout as to say unused villages. Is there anywhere they can go? All of that's fully staffed, all of these. Yeah, looks like I've just not been very good with the whole resource management side of it there, but no matter, I guess. And let's see how we get on in this evening. Let's just put these guys over here and over here. And this is day 5 out of, I believe it's 10, and let's go with a strike over there. And you know what, I think I can probably send maybe just this main guy off to the sort of main enemy force here, because we've got ranged attacks coming all over the place, so that's fine. Oh, now these are a bit naughty. These are fire wraiths, and they have a fire that goes around them for their main attack, which means that basically they take out your horde army quite quickly. And we're going to quickly return to the middle here, because I have a feeling we're going to be attacked from the right. Actually, it's from the bottom here. We are actually taking the fight to the enemy. I don't know if there's any way to block the spawns. I'm going to assume not. There's 15 enemies remaining. We haven't had any spawn from the right. It feels like we're going to get some of the golems over there. Let's see. No, it's the fire rates once again, so we will head off. Actually, have the spawn? Yeah, I was going to say they probably spawned on the other side as well, so I'm going to take some range guys, because we've got enough tower here to sort of deal with it, I think. There we go. And some of them have got loose, but I think we'll be able to take them out with our tower, so not going to worry too much about that one. And we do have a golem spawn on the left, actually double of them here, so let's just see if we can take them out. Obviously we are getting a couple of guys hit. They are respawning however, so that's alright, and I think that's pretty much it. Yes, I was going to say, what's happening now? I don't know why it was delaying so. And we do have a bit of a chat here. So it's the Whisper of Nixra. As night falls, chilling voice echoes through the square. The Dark Goddess demands an offering of your resources. Deliver it by dawn, or your homes will suffer. Warns from the shadows. Offer the tribute or deny and stand firm. I'll offer tribute because I do have it, although that's sort of giving in a little bit. Anyway, let's go ahead and continue building. And, ooh, lumberjack hut. That might be quite useful. Yes, I think I'm going to build a lumberjack hut. I'm going to place it about there. Wall resource, I'm going to build that. That's a final wall. We're going to go with wood gift. We're going to go with, ooh, what's that? Eagle's sight. Extends tower range by 10%, strengthens your defenses. That is really good. And we have to choose one to get rid of. I'm going to say gold. And there we go. There is our wall of fire fragment. So that's good. And right, I've got a villager there, and I can put 2 on this one. And I've got a couple of cards remaining. I think stone pit, actually. It's going to go there, and I'm just going to have to get gold, and there's a gold mine or a crossbow. I'm going to go with crossbow because we were a bit short on that one. And another house as well, I think, is in order. So 1 and 2 people working to chop the wood, and then finally we're going to build that one and then that one. Okay, that's good. And I'm going to put someone working on there, so we've got all that going for us, which is nice. Select that and we'll control to it, and then we'll put the villager on there and then finish the day. So we have a maximum of 40, I was going to call them peasants, I don't know if that's the term, villager. Yeah. We are actually getting, look at the wood that we're getting now, which is very, very handy. I think food is still a resource that we are struggling with. I don't know if that's by design or whatever, but there you are. Also feels like since on my last playthrough I had a lot more range units. I think I had several more range units than this. Oh, they're all the same type. They're all just the crossbowmen, but still. Anyway, we're going to go with start battle, and we do have some flying units, which we'll take out via range units is what I was meant to say. Although I believe your melee units can take these out as well. They just have to go right underneath and basically stab upwards. The spell still works as well. And yeah, them birds fling a lot of flame, which is not good. Anyway, so let's see how we get on over on the right here. 95 enemies remaining. You can see at the bottom we've got strike and wall of fire. I'm going to place the wall of fire in here. It takes a little bit of time to sort of charge up, but once it's on you can see it does damage over time, and that means we've got really good damage economy here over on the right. That's pretty much them gone. Alright, looks like this wall is going to go down. There it is. And I'm going to have to get my main forces over here. I'll take them through the middle. We're going to lose the tower. Yeah, that's gone. And I could place wall of fire, but I don't think I need to at this stage. There we go. Okay, so he's just got 20 enemies remaining, so that's fine. Back in through this barely built bit of wall. Going to strike on there. I don't think wall of fire would work on these, but who knows. There goes the wall. And now it's hitting the tower here. We're going to go with another strike, which is going to get 3 of them. And 16 enemies remaining. We're going to go wall of fire in there. And there you go. You can see damage is good over that one. Let's maybe get the big guy in, and the rest of them can go on there. And we've got our archers versus their archers, which I can use a strike on that one to take them out. 8 enemies remaining. This is night of 6, so yeah, almost, well, past halfway, I guess, aren't we? Alright, so we're going to bring our army back to the middle and put these in here, and I'm going to go with the crossbowman for the first pick. And do you want to go with a house? I think we do want to go with a house and put it in, I was going to say there, but I've put things in a bit of a precarious position. There's a crossbow arena, so I can put my villages on that and I'll get some crossbow guys. Do I want to do that? Having the option is nice, isn't it? So I'm going to place it in there. And there's another tower, so I'm going to place this tower in a similar position to the other one so we can overlook the next one to it. There's a crossbowman, we'll go with that. There's a war barracks. It says unlocks the barracks to barracks attack enemies within range. Oh, okay, that sounds pretty good. Well, I'm going to go crossbowman again. Gonna have to go money. Gonna have to go with some food. There's another farm, double farm there. There's a gold mine. Would be nice, a gold mine. Yeah, go on, build one back there. And that's all the building. So you can see the worker here. They've basically got their day cut out for them already, because there's lots of things to build and rebuild and such. So we're going to build the other tower. We're going to build these 2 here. I'm going to probably go with food, and then we're going to go with gold, and then that's it. Pretty much dealt with. So we've got, I think, double the amount of crossbows than we had previously, so that's handy. Let's go to finish day. It'll speed through things. And it'll be the next day where we are getting attacked from all sides, including some flying units. Okay, both on the left and the right. Okay, well, let's head to here. I'm going to put a wall of fire on that one, and we'll go for a bit of a strike. So I think I don't really need to run out and attack, but let's bring the fight to the opponent here. Let's go for another strike, and they're pretty much gone. What's also pretty much gone is the wall, which is a bit of a shame. And go with a strike. No, we're not going to go with a strike. Let's drop that for now. Let's put these guys there. And oh yeah, here we go. We got these coming in again. So let's see. I think I'll use the ranged ones for the ones on the right. I'm going to bring the knight back in here. Striking like that. So got good damage on both sides now. That guy's really slow moving, but everything's now taken out, which is good. 30 enemies remaining, and we've got our wall of fire back. In fact, I'm going to put wall of fire there. See if we can just take the fight to the opponent. I think our range units are probably going to deal with this guy. Yep, there you go. Pretty much gone. That wall of fire was really useful for them because obviously they're slow moving. So, yeah, it means you just do decent damage to them because they stay in the wall of fire longer. 24 enemies remaining, including some ranged units, I believe. Flying units. Keep saying that as opposed to range. You have to use the range to take them out. Let's see if these guys can actually do it. I've told them to attack, and they haven't said, "Can't do it, boss." They haven't said, "Yes, sir." If you know, you know. And oh, these are enemies called Ash Striker. Quick, powerful warrior with a sword, moving fast and cutting enemies with big swings. And the wall's gone. Okay. And the wall's gone. And they're attacking the house. But we've dealt with it. Food remaining is actually okay by the look of it. So we got gold vein or a food gift. I'm going to go with just gold. We've got a sword arena or a stone cutting area. I'm going to go with a stone cutting area. Hang on, what? A builder's house. A builder that increases your kingdom's number of builders. More builders means faster construction. Okay, I'm gonna get one of those actually. It seems like that could come in handy, to be honest. I'm going to place it Don't think it really matters, we'll place it there. Wall resource, I'm going to get that and we'll upgrade this wall to a stone wall. I'm going to go with a house, which is going to go in here. Farm or a tower? I think another tower, and the tower's going to go maybe there. These were closer because obviously we've got more range now, I believe. Village or a wall resource. I would have loved wall resource, but we are totally out of stone. I mean, I could wait and get them to generate more, but I think I'm going to go with... that's the question. What do I go with? Villager, I think, because I'm going to put one in there. And farm. Yeah, go on, we'll go for a farm. Stone pit or a crossbowman. Stone pit. Swordsman. Yeah, we'll go with a swordsman, and that's it. So bring those in. We'll group those up. Control 1. And where do I want the other villages to go? I've got 4 villages. Sadly, I won't be able to utilise them on unless we need to... Oh no, we do need to put them on the builder. Yes, that's fine. So I'm going to put one in the pit and one in on the field. So we'll do that. So there we go. So we're going to get more stone. We're going to get more food. And there's nothing to trade, so it's just a case of finish day and see what the night has to offer on night number 8 on this one. Okay, so let's see about maybe getting this crossbowman guy. I think there's a chance to gain free crossbowman with this thing. So we have attacks on all sides, which is a bit of a shame. And let's see, let's place the sort of circle over there. The wall is going to protect us pretty well on the right, but I am going to basically take those out. I'm going to protect the wall as much as possible, keep it so we don't really have to worry too much about that flank, although it's not the flank I should be concerned about, it's the sort of main front gate here, which is now gone, and both of them are gone. There's some range units, which I will just use a spell and let the rest of sort of other guys deal with it. I will use another strike actually once this is ready, and there we go, just one left. And there we go, 70 enemies remaining, wow, okay. And they're coming in now, so wall of fire. What I'll do, because all of our army is here, I'm going to deal with that first. And looks like they are getting past. Okay, that could be... we could be in a spot of bother. One's got past, but the wall's taking an absolute beating on the right, which is, well, what it's there for, I guess, so that's fine. Let's go and take out, what were these with wall of fire? Will I take it out or not? Not sure, but oh, look at the look at the respawns. Loads of respawns. The knights are back in, taking out the golems, and let's see about striking here. I'm a bit concerned what's going to appear from the left, and yeah, as soon as I spoke, it appears. And 42 enemies remaining, so it's quite a protracted fight tonight. Don't know if moving people over is worth it. Actually it is, because I want some of these guys to die and then get resurrected. And they certainly will die because of the area of effect nature of these guys. Looks like we've got a couple of these golems coming in, so we will see if we can deal with that. I think we're going to have to split our forces up a bit. Looks like they're hitting the altar, and they do hit fairly hard. Oh look, there's our big knight guy that's respawned. I keep calling him knight, I don't know what he is. But yeah, he respawned. He respawns right at the front gate directly. And let's see, we've got these sort of fire guys coming in. Let's go wall of fire at the wall, so they will take damage and can't go much further. So that's fine. And wall is now down, and we've got a couple of them loose, which we will try and send off to deal with all of that. Oh yeah, things are not going too well at the moment. I think one of the upgrades you can get is exploding houses. When the houses get destroyed, they explode and people take damage, the opponents. Right, let's go with a food gift on this next one. We do have an option for a house or wood gift. I'm going to go with... don't need a wood gift. I don't think I need a house, actually. I'm just going to go with the money. Builder's house we don't need. I'm going to go with gold gift. Tower or a war barracks. Unlocks barracks. Attacks enemies within range. I guess we could do that, couldn't we? War barracks. I'm going to spend wood because we've got loads of it. Quarry. That would be handy. Do we need a farm more, though? I don't think so. I think a quarry is very acceptable. Let's put it in that corner. Another swords persons, sword arena. It's nice to have the option. Let's put that in there. Gold vein or a villager. Wall resource. There. Another villager. And there we go. So, I'm going to bring these guys to here. And that one. And our archers. And how we're doing for building. 1, 2 stone. And do I need to... No, I don't need to think of that. If I do that there, we gain... Yeah. We do gain another swordsman. I can do the same with an archer if I really wanted to. Archer. Crossbow. Ranged thing. Anywhere else we need to put this villager? I think not. I think there. And recruit 20 soldiers. So, not exactly a huge standing army, is it? Finished there. But it's our army. So you can see the walls very much built. Handy. And this is day 9 now. Still didn't get a building that goes and improves the field, but there you go. And we have... Oh, interesting. We've got these... Don't think I've seen these enemies before. Oh, yes, I have. These ash slimes. Big, gooey slime that moves slowly. Let's get our range guys over here. You see we're already going to lose this wall because it's, yeah, getting a bit naughty. Let's go with that. And the slimes are spawning more slimes, like the half in size. And striking. How are we doing over here? Pretty okay. Gonna have to get some forces over here. And striking. So I'll move them over. 4 enemies remaining, so it's nowhere near a bigger fight as yesterday. And I might as well use Wall of Fire, because why not? Okay, so let's see then. Crossbowman or a wood gift. We definitely don't want wood, and we are maxed out on people, so I don't think getting the person would be the way to go. There's a tower, we're going to pick that. And the tower's going to go in here. Gold gift. Another tower, yes. And we're going to put it in the far corner. Wall resource, yes. Get that upgraded. Can I go over? I think I can. I'm just going to do that though. Oh, harvest health. Slightly increases the health of farms permanently assuming they withstand the test of time and threat. Haven't really had a need for that. So I'm going to go with... you know what? I'll build it anyway and we'll use wood. And ignite shot unlocks the ability of towers to shoot fire arrows. Well, we're picking that up. And explosive house unlocks the ability for houses to explode. Yeah, why not? We'll use wood. Wall resource or swift hammer. Wall resource, finally upgrading our wall to the top level. And we've now got ritual or do nothing. The healer's warning. I want to perform the ritual actually, but I can't because I don't have the required amount of stone. So I'm just going to go to max speed and see if we get that, and then we will be able to pick it up, I think. You can hear things being repaired there. And perform the ritual. And I've still got loads of villages remaining, haven't I? So, sword, and ranged. Yeah. The reason it did that is because, basically, we've still got villages, so it doesn't matter whether they're a villager or they're... if I turn the villagers into a range unit or a melee unit, at least they're changing into something rather than just hiring in another one. Finished day. And let's see what the night has to offer. Big boss. Apparently lots of slimes is what I'm seeing here. So let's go with that and that. And you know what? I'm just going to get the guys in play now. So we've got lots of tower, which is good. I'm going to say split the forces up a little bit. He's got on one side, he's got the other. We've got some range units coming in. The birds. And wall of fire here while these guys go in. Striking in the middle. Looks like we're going to lose the wall. Wall's gone. But we have got fire arrows, which is good. Not that I think that doesn't seem to be helping much. Okay, this feels bad. This feels very bad. 88 enemies remaining. Yeah, they are taking out pretty much everything. Are they still fighting? Yeah, they are. Okay, let's put that in there. Oh, that's a wall of fire that I've placed with loads of range units. So that's you know, that's a thing. Let's see, get this army in. Let's see about why are they going over there. Why were they running over there? How strange. Another bit of an attack there. I think there's a bit of a lull in the fight now, so we can lick our wounds, so to speak. Oh, looks like I've got some schlimes. And these can come down. Those can come down. 31 enemies remaining. That might actually go up as well as we kill them, strangely. And oh yeah, we got, let's see, the big ranged, melee units on both sides. Let's get this guy in. I think the main tower will have to do a bit of heavy lifting on this one. 25 enemies remaining. Fire over there. And I'm just going to keep striking where I can. That's now gone. Let's protect this side. I think I've got the left sawn up with the archers. Trying to lure these guys into the units rather than the main central section. Let's put that there. So this is obviously a bit to repair, but it also is the end of the night, end of the level. Actually, we might struggle though. I mean, obviously everything's been absolutely decimated, but the advantage is, as I said, we've got these remaining. There are some slimes there. I'm going to put that there and strike there, and that's a Vic and Terry. Okay, that was a bit hectic on that one, wasn't it? Right, we'll go back to the map, and in fact, we've now unlocked the Conqueror difficulty. I think that was on, yeah, Journey and Standard, and now we have a different map, which is this snowy one, 18.75% progress. Fair enough. Back to the main menu, and that's been a bit of Kingdom's Deck. As I said, combines several different elements, and I think combines them fairly well. It's, like I say, the main sort of sticking point for me originally, and it isn't now, was the time element. I'm thinking, why do you need that if it's going to be, you know, I can understand that, you know, the RTS, it's going to be, it's real-time strategy, but the building bit, I thought, why do you need a sort of that time sequence? Why do you need that element in it? But it makes a lot more sense, especially, well, for example, imagine there was, say, 15 days that you have to fight. We only barely won that last fight. I don't know if we'd be able to rebuild everything in time for the next fight, so we'd have to prioritise what we do. And the way you do that is, well, you wouldn't be able to play cards. Or you could play cards if there was, say, get extra people to fight, but you wouldn't say place more buildings because there's already rebuilding to do, and you probably don't have the time to do that, so you'd have to just either get units, upgrades, or even just sort of skip it and get the free money. But either way, I have enjoyed my time with it, which is not a lot, maybe just over an hour now. If you like what you see, link in the description, and as always, hope you have enjoyed it. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.